I praise you, Abba Father, who came and soothed me when no one was there. I worship you Most High, for when all was dark, you descended from your heavenly throne and set me free. Your majesty and power are now clear to me, and all your sons and daughters with eyes to see. For you are Boaz, and we are Ruth, born into this world as orphans, into the land of Moab. Yes, that barren land where children are sacrificed in exchange for silver bars, pierced on altars to appease the morning star. It was you, God, who grafted your lost sheep onto the branch of Jesse when we were rotting in graves, just as Boaz married Ruth when Israelites were prohibited from marrying a Moabite due to their worship of foreign gods and their practice of prohibited rites. The law could not redeem us due to our fallen nature, and a better covenant was required based on mercy and grace. Ruth first came to Boaz and lay at his feet, for all of us must bow at the feet of Yahweh and ask for redemption before he will take up the sword on our behalf. When we do this, the Lord will begin to work on our lives, and we need only follow his directions and acknowledge that he is Most High. For what no human can do, God can do with ease.
When Ruth took a leap of faith and left Moab and its pagan rituals, the Holy Ghost guided her onto Boaz's field of protection, food, and water. Ruth arrived at the beginning of the harvest, a prophetic gesture telling us that the Gentiles would be grafted into Israel before the reaping began. And so it was, as God incarnated as Yeshua, to bring the offer of resurrection to all, setting the stage for a new type of crop to burst forth into life. And with this new crop came the destruction of the old, as Jerusalem was destroyed by Roman invaders, as Josephus has told. God, like Boaz, is thus Lord of the harvest, and just as Boaz had men working in the field under whose protection Ruth was sustained, the Most High promised to send his angels to protect his flock during the Suntalaya, meaning the intended climax, the joining between two times, or the consummation of an age. 70 AD was the end of the Mosaic Age, but ancient Israel was not God's final harvest. For civilizations come and go, and God brings them down for idolatry and wickedness in a similar manner, but saves a remnant to begin things anew. He who sows the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, the good seeds are the sons of the kingdom, but the tares are the sons of the wicked one. The enemy who sowed them is the devil, the harvest is the end of the age, and the reapers are the angels. Therefore, as the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so it will be at the end of this age. The Son of Man will send out his angels, and they will gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and those who practice lawlessness, and will cast them into the furnace of fire. There will be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then the righteous will shine forth, as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. He who has ears to hear, let him hear.
There is, however, one final prophetic mystery within the book of Ruth that I wish to tell, and this is that Boaz and Ruth married and bore a child in Bethlehem, the house of bread. The seed of their union would eventually bloom into the house of David, and the birth of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Messiah, in Bethlehem, fulfilling the prophecy